Alright, what's up guys, Roguescopes here, coming at you here with a Chaos Stun deck. This doesn't play traps, so it's like, you know, kind of an older format deck, but it's a lot of fun still. So yeah, I'll get right into it. 3 Thunder King, this card's absolutely busted. If you go first and you open this, your opponent's normally not going to be able to win or play the game, so yeah, standard. 3 Border, this is also the same issue as Thunder King. In this deck, you want to sit on a monster, and you want to use your hand traps to, like, you know, protect them. Obviously, like, you can't honest while there's no exceed on board or link something, but the second your opponent goes into like an exceed or a link, your honest is live, so like when they go to attack border, you can honest and like they won't get their graveyard effects because the monster will die. I've done to like Beatrice, if Beatrice attacks into border, and you can drop honest. It's pretty nuts. It's also machine, not that that matters, but you can fuse with Chimera Tech because I play 3 Cyber Dragon. This card out to Goki Extra Link, that's not going to be hopefully as prominent now, but this card's still really good because you can get rid of like Makaba and things like that. It's just a free monster, puts a light in the grave, which is what you want to do in this deck. Next up, 2 Honest. This card is pretty decent. I like it at 2. 3 is kind of overkill. It's definitely one of those cards though your opponent can see like coming a mile away. Once you do it the first time, you're never going to surprise them again with it. But you know, first game it's really good. Second game you can probably side deck it out. It's an instant game though if you have it with BLS, so I just love playing the card. And it's also to like stay true to like an original Chaos Stun deck. 2 Ogre. This is probably the second best. You can play Failures instead if you want. I think Ogre's more prominent now that Goki isn't like, you know, as strong. I mean, you can use Valor obviously because now you can stop it. But this card's really good against Mech Knight Invoke, which is like the biggest thing for me. Like Purple Nightfall is really big, so being able to Ghost Ogre, it lets you get over it. It's really good. 3 BLS. You need to play this card at 3. This card's fucking busted. It's the power monster of the deck. You're rarely ever going to go into your extra deck except to, you know, use this card for game, like with Clock Taker and stuff like that. 2 Light Kaiju. I also play 2 of the dark, but I separated the lights and the darks for this profile. But yeah, you want to play 2 because it also allows you to fuse with this one. The reason you play the machine instead of the Thunder is because you play your Cyber Dragon, so you can Chimera Tech fuse with it, which is really nice. Next up, 3 Eater of Millions. This card's just a great dark monster. The whole idea is that like, you want every card in your deck to kind of like do something in this deck. Because you're like, you know, trying to play off with your hand advantage. And this card just outs so many things, which is really good. Next up, 3 DD Crow. This is one of my favorite hand traps, especially in this format, because against Sky Strikers, if they only have 1 Hornet drones, you can DD Crow it out of the grave. And yeah, I mean, it's just not a card that not everybody would necessarily suspect. It also gets rid of like, you know, Malleus if I do end up playing against like a combo deck. You can also like against Reincarnation, if they go to Reincarnation, special monster, you can DD Crow their monster. It's just really good card all around. It's a dark monster, so obviously you want to have that. And you can, it's always live is the other thing too, which always allows you to get a dark, because dark is limited in this thing. I also play 2 Gores. Since I'm not playing any trap cards in this deck and I'm taking like, you know, a true Chaos deck, this card's great because if you go into battle, like, you know, if you have nothing on board after they clear your Thunder King, you have a play to, like, you know, for next turn to follow up and do some stuff. And then the 2 Dark Kaijus, like I said, I do play Slumber as well, so you need to play these. And 1 Chaos Sorcerer, and that rounds it for the Darks. I just played 1 of this. Honestly, I'd probably take it out for like a Kaiku or something, but it was alright. It wasn't like the worst thing when I drew it. I was always like, it could have been BLS, but Kaiku would have been a really good tech. 3 Allure. This card, you play a decent amount of darks. You can normally resolve it. If not, you can like hold it. You can also bluff with it. 2 Instant Fusion. This is probably one of the second best cards in the deck because this card automatically puts a dark in grave and outs almost anything with 1,000 Eyes Restrict, and then you make Link Kribo. So technically puts 2 darks in the grave, and it's just a really good card. 1 Called by the Grave. You can play 2 of this. I just decided to play 1. I don't know. I needed a 4th card. I could have played Upstart, but this deck doesn't do damage, and you want to push your game with BLS. Slumber, Broken. Desires, just a 1 of. I hate drawing into a second Desires. And yeah, this is really good. And then 3 Evenly Matched. This card's absolutely insane in this deck because you're not playing like really anything. And like when they clear over that border of Thunder King, they normally don't have game. You can just activate this from your hand because you're not going to control anything else. It's also great going second if like you can go like your opponent overextended, you evenly match, and then normal summon border, and they're like, well, yeah, that's game. Yeah, so the extra deck, 1,000 Eyes, 2 Millennium Eyes for the fusion. You should probably say 2,000 Eyes and 1 Millennium Eyes. I just didn't have a second 1,000 Eyes, so I played 2. 2 Chimera Tech, 1 Mega Fleet. I want to play 2 Mega Fleet. I just didn't think it was going to come up as much as it does, but it does a lot, so yeah. Shooting Riser and Black Rose. The reason I just put this in here is because of the fact that you can synchro with a hand trap, and then if you don't have a dark monster, you can dump a dark monster to summon BLS, because sometimes you can struggle with that. You can also make Black Rose on your opponent's turn, so this card's really cool. And like the only level 3 hand trap you play is a tuner, so Rank 4s you never go into. Thank God this card's back. It's about damn fucking time. Broken. Also, you need a full extra deck to banish for Eater of Millions. The other cards are pretty just standard rank 4 stuff. You're never really going to use a Thunder King and a Border to make any of this shit, because that's just a waste of resources and a bad play nonetheless.
There's no Cowboy though.
But yeah,
Cowboy should be in there.
Cowboy should be in there. I could take the Saryuja out for it because I'm never going to make that card, but I just wanted to put something in. And then this card's actually necessary because this card allows you to go for game with BLS. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it for the main deck and extra deck. Quick, I'll do the side. 3 Ash. This isn't a dark or a light monster, so that's the reason I don't main deck it. I also play 2 Effect Veilers, 2 Hatred Nades for back row, 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Red Reboot, the second Call by the Grave, and a Dark Hole. You can play other stuff. I don't know how many cards that is. 14? I don't know. Maybe 14? I counted that badly. Anyway, yeah. That's deck profile. Just generic chaos done. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the not so recent uploads. Hopefully I'll have some more coming up to you.
Waiting for the best.
Yep. Rogue Scrubs out.